Hey, Coffee, listen, Coffee, you're going to have me like, I need to pay attention to my speeding, because of this video. Because, when you listen to this song, you're speeding. Anyways, guys, that was Coffee with her hot new single, Pull Up. Now, for the stories that you've been tweeting about and posting about online, let's get into the trending topics. So first up, Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson says that more gunmen having acquired wealth are moving uptown in gated communities.
Okay.
He was speaking following the seizure of 13 guns, including 10 high-powered rifles, during a police operation in the gated Florence Hall housing scheme in Trelawney on Thursday. Anderson also said the operation by the Area 2 Police Fugitive Apprehension Team is a continuation of a crackdown on guns, gunmen, and gangs. Moving on up
That's
to
13.
the east side.
At one particular place, and before that, Stadium East was like around, what, 8 to 10?
So Stadium East, stick up in, that blew me out. Like, I was like, so first of all, how did they get the information?
I don't know. There is a tip-off going on. Tip-off is going on or something. They're getting some information.
They were
Their
just
intelligence is working.
there, waiting on them to be collected.
Just waiting on
plastic
them.
bags.
The funny thing about it is, reading the news and stuff like that, you'd hear 1 o'clock headlines, okay, 2 guns, 2 o'clock, and an update, 4 guns.
Got those.
By 5 o'clock, okay,
Tick off,
6 guns.
Got those.
It just kept going
those
up
collected
by morning.
But it's very interesting that they would move, into, uptown communities, I think, because they're thinking to themselves that, police would not be looking for them in that area.
areas,
and so they're
right.
seeking, refuge, I guess, in luxury.
But if them have the money,
in that space.
If them have the money, of course, they're going to want to relocate. Nobody wants to stay where the crime is centered. So they're trying to, throw the police off as to their whereabouts.
What is interesting as well, for gated communities, I would think that, normally when a renter comes in, there's some screening process, you know what I mean? So unless the person who go in for the screening is not necessarily the person who lives there, but even then.
The word you use, assume. You'd assume that they're doing the screening. We're not sure if it's happening. And that's why some of them are
whole heap
able
of
to
things
move into
to
certain
consider,
communities.
but, be careful in these streets. Yeah.
Now, Austria became the first country in Europe to introduce a national COVID-19 vaccine mandate for adults on Friday after the president signed into law. It's sweeping measures that will see those without a vaccine certificate or an exemption potentially being slapped with initial fines of €600. Now, checks to see if the mandate is being adhered to will begin on March 15. Vaccine or pay? Vaccinate or pay?
Well,
I mean, you can get exempt if you're pregnant. I think pregnant women are exempt to a particular extent. Or if you just contracted the virus, then you have a period of exemption before it is that you have to take the vaccine. There was a story the other day, by the way, I think it was a Czech lady who did not want to be vaccinated. And so she intentionally caught COVID-19 just so she could still be able to enjoy the luxuries of going to all the events and going to parties and bars and stuff like that. So she catch the COVID on purpose. But unfortunately, she died.
Yeah, I think it's important for every nation to do what they think is in their best interests. Right. And so, I can't really be mad at the government if they think that this route is the best one to take, for the protection of all their citizens. Understanding, though, that, vaccines and the option, it's really still an option to take the vaccine.
And so, I'd assume, too, if your vaccination rate is low and you realize that the death toll is super high and persons, you're not reaching them the way you'd want to, then what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, more news now. The most divided Olympic Games in decades gets underway in China on Friday as Beijing becomes the only city to host both the summer and now the winter games. Along with tight COVID-19 controls, the games are fraught. Is that fraught?
Fraught.
We're fraught with political tensions over allegations of human rights abuses and boycotts. Most of the snow on the slopes where the Olympic events will take place is man-made. China is in the middle of a renewed effort to maintain zero COVID, So authorities have decided that no tickets will go on sale to the general public. Only members of the ruling ruling Communist Party rather, or staff from government-controlled companies are being invited, and even, oh, full stop. Are you going me to read more? Okay. And even they have to abide by strict, even them, they have to abide by strict testing and restrictions. Some little problems there with the prompter. But anyways, yeah, I saw some videos, very disturbing, of when some of the teams landed in China. Right. And, just the racist slurs being, just thrown at them wide, like openly, they don't care.
Right.
And they're just blasting the N-word at them. And I'm like, this was really happening in China? I thought this was 2022. All of us were civilized. I thought that we were past
Not just China, and so many other places right across the world. You'd be surprised. I'm surprised, too, at the level at which we're at in terms of racism and stuff like that, because you'd think that with all the attention that we're giving it and stuff like that, a lot of persons speaking out, and we're trying to change this narrative, that it would be different. But, coupled with the fact that there are also other human rights issues taking place over there. So a lot of governments.
And the structural issue of the snow being man-made, I don't know about that.
But China not easy doing it. If one person have COVID, them a lock down the whole place still.
Yes.
Them not take no chance.
I think it's because it began there, so
Yeah. Well, that's it for trending topics this week. More on Weekend Smile in just a moment. So don't go far. Soon come.